If you're a financial advisor, you're somewhere on this journey. You're either the solo practitioner and you're really just focused on growing the business the way that you have it right now, solo, or you get to the stage of almost burnout and you figure out, I might need to hire one or two or start to hire a team, or you made it to the stage of you've got that team and you're figuring out that you're in a spot where you can spend all of your time in your highest value and the things that you love doing, the things that really move the needle for your firm. And the area that I'm thinking about right now for this video is this area of when you start to hire people in your firm. There's a tremendous amount of benefits that come with this, but there's also negatives. You know, for one is we're advisors. We probably didn't become advisors to manage a team or to manage people. But if you want to grow and if you want to expand and get to that place of freedom over here where you can focus on the things that you really enjoy doing, I really believe you need a team. It's actually obvious that you need a team if that's what you want your career, that's what you want your life to look like. Now, there are some people who they enjoy doing everything themselves, you know, from the $10 per hour tasks like opening the mail and answering phones and getting back to people like that, or also doing the $1,000 per hour tasks like talking to their ideal clients. If they enjoy doing it all, then keep doing it and continue being a solo advisor, which is great. But I think this video is really only helpful for people who are thinking about that team experience and they really want to use their time and have maximum impact with what they're doing and who they're spending their time with. Because if you've got a goal or a dream, you've probably heard this one before, you don't get to where you want to go because you've got this dream. You actually get to where you want to go because you've got a team, right? So back to hiring a team. One of the negatives is the time that it takes to train people and the time it takes to provide feedback and to just get everybody on the same page moving forward. And I've got a lot of ideas on how to do this as easy as possible, but the area that I want to focus on today is really that idea of just training and feedback, which is critical. Once someone comes on board, they're not going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect and ever will be, but you can continually help and provide feedback to just make sure people get more aligned to doing the things the right way so that, one, you don't have to, you can focus on the most important stuff. So here's a story just from the last week. I had a client meeting and it was me and an advisor on our team. And I sat in for the first 30 minutes or so, and it was really more of the relational element. And it's kind of a handoff meeting to somebody else on the team. And then I left about 30 minutes in, and the other advisor went through all of the investment specifics and income and tax planning things. But when I was in the meeting, I actually had a few communication improvements for that advisor. So I wrote them down on a piece of paper, and the purpose was to share those ideas with him after the meeting so he can continually get better. But after the meeting ended, he had another meeting he had to get to right away, and then I had to get in my car and drive home, and he was busy, and we never ended up communicating and talking about this. And it was really on me for that problem. I didn't really want to schedule a separate meeting to go over these few points just because of all the things on the calendar moving forward. And then I remembered this idea of asynchronous communication. If you're a leader of a business or a team, this might be very helpful if you're not already doing it. So asynchronous communication, that's just any type of communication where one person provides information and then there's a time lag between the recipient's receival of the information, if that makes sense. So it's a time lag before the recipients take in the information and then actually give their response. I'll explain what that means. So I think it's really important for you if you're kind of jiving so far with what I'm talking about. Here's an example of how we're doing it in two ways. So number one, recording their first and second meeting. That way I don't have to be in the first meeting or the second meeting to provide feedback to them. So they're recording it and then they're sending me the recording so that I can watch it on my own time and provide improvements and feedback to those advisors. The second thing is simple, but not a lot of people are doing it, I don't think. It's using voice memos on the phone. So go back to when we had that meeting with the one client. I had ideas to share, but we didn't set a meeting and it got lost in the shuffle. On the way home, I should have just recorded a voice memo with some of those ideas, and I could have just recorded it and then sent it on via text or whatever method to my advisor, and he could have listened to it on his own time. And if there was any questions, any clarifications, he could have came back to me and we could have had a meeting about it if it was important. But that's the key. Asynchronous allows each party to just give and receive important information at the best time for them. The other way that we're using it now is just in the mornings is the best time for me for writing and for creating and for some of the creative work that I've got. But sometimes there's planned delivery meetings or intro calls that advisors want me to be on just for the training element. But they're recording them, they're sending to me afterwards, and then I'll watch them in the afternoon or whenever the right time is. So that's the idea regarding team management and training and providing feedback. So think about asynchronous communication in your firm. Test it out with your team. If you're the business leader or you're the advisor that's leading the team, and if that was helpful, share it with another leader. And also let me know if you like this by clicking the like button so that I can do more videos like this. And then I'll see you in the next video.